And how seriously are you taking the arrival of this Russian flotilla in Havana and the exercises being taking place in the Caribbean?
So we've been tracking the Russians' plans for this. This is not a surprise. We've seen them do these type of port calls before, and these are routine naval visits that we've seen under different administrations. We're always constantly going to monitor any foreign vessels operating near U.S. territorial waters. We, of course, take it seriously, but these exercises don't pose a threat to the United States.
When was the last time that Russian naval vessels were off the coast of Florida or in Cuba?
I'd refer you to NORTHCOM and SOUTHCOM to speak more to that. I know they have done exercises previous years under different administrations, but I don't have those exact dates in front of me. Kelly.
Yeah, just to follow up on Jen's questioning on what's happening with Russian warships moving into Cuba. It did happen in different administrations, as you're saying, but the timing of it happening now with what's happening in Ukraine, with President Biden taking off for the G7 in Italy, meeting with world leaders and not Vladimir Putin, is this seen as some sort of muscle flexing on the side of Russia?
I'd refer you to the Russians to speak to their own operations and exercises. It certainly wouldn't come as a surprise to us if we see more activity around the United States. And, they do have a global exercise that will, I think, likely culminate this fall. It's something that we're going to continue to monitor. Again, I think what's important here is that what Russia is doing in these exercises, they don't pose a threat to the United States, but of course we're going to continue to monitor.
Have they gotten close to, I know we have our U.S. ships kind of repositioned in the area monitoring it. Have they gotten close, or can you say how close they've gotten to our ships?
I don't have those specifics. I would direct you to NORTHCOM and SOUTHCOM as well to speak more to that. I just don't have that right now. Constantine? Did I see you had a question right there?
So just continuing on that line of questioning,
sure.
Are you able to say what the U.S. military responded with?
So, we're continuing to monitor. I can tell you that the Navy's U.S. Second Fleet, U.S. Fourth Fleet, U.S. Coast Guard Atlantic Area, and Canadian Joint Task Force Atlantic are conducting routine operations throughout the Atlantic. But we're going to continue to monitor what's happening in the region, but that's all I have in terms of specifics.
And then one last detail. Are you able to say how close the Russian ships got to the coast of Florida?
I don't have those specific details. I direct you to NORTHCOM for that.